All right, mate. Let's have a look here. Yeah, this was yeah, 1 a.m. I was sleeping. Vet, yeah, closed inside the 3 day. So that must have been just for a new day. Yeah, I see what you mean there. Now, it is we're getting rejected. I do think that there's more upside. Like I do think there should be more upside. It's quite normal when you just come in there. Sometimes you get a dip to kind of give you more compression in a way. This kind of I don't know what happened there. Mouse went mental. But you know, it kind of comes in there, and sometimes you can get a dip back down even before coming back in and moving up. Technically, the RSI is still bullish here. There's a nice little bit of green volume. You can see a nice little bit of green volume, but it's not huge volume. It would have been nicer to see more growth in that volume. You can see the volume is tapering off here. Is there any other examples of steady growth? Well, here, obviously, I mean, you can see this sort of steady growth here, and it causes a real bull market. At this point, if you look at this, it's lackluster. It's not huge volume or anything. So I really do like the moving averages here. The larger pressure cooker that's evolving. Now, I'm not saying the same thing is going to happen, but when you get a low laying red 200 moving average, this is Luna scam coin, but when you get a low laying red 200 moving average, it gets any upside at all, and you're recapturing the red 200 moving average, and that can become very powerful. It can lead to extremely strong moves. You can see this pressure cooker right here. Not saying that VET is going to do the same thing, but to me, this is it should be over time. It should be a bullish pattern. Now, how long is it going to take to turn bullish? How much money is going to come into the market? It's tough to say yet, especially with the looming stock market. Potentially, it's going to roll over. So it is a difficult situation. But if you start to get above the red 200 moving average at some point on this weekly chart, to me, that's would be a very good thing. So another example of this is Apple. Now, Apple back in the year 2000 in the tech crash, it had a huge crash, but you can see how it consolidated below the red 200 moving average for a considerable period of time, and this pressure cooker evolved. But when the white 100 came down and came underneath price, that supported price and pushed it into a bull market. Now we all know where Apple went over the next 20 years; it absolutely skyrocketed. But this was a very strong structure, and it eventually broke out to the upside. Now, I would like to think that VET will eventually do the same thing. I just don't know how long it's going to take. Okay, so dips down. You can see I've got an alarm down here to stop hunt the all-time lows. If I'd be tempted to buy VET myself down there if we stop hunting lows. Even right now, if you've got patience, VET to me looks like a good accumulation coin, good coin to accumulate. At the moment, there is, on a weekly chart, you can see that there's a bit of a topping doji. Sometimes when you get these topping dojis, it can cause more downsides, like when Bitcoin is red on a month, and sometimes you can get these downsides before even going higher again, getting that retrace before going higher. So at this point, it definitely is a place to be cautious, because Bitcoin has a red bearish monthly stop hunt. It may need a new 2-week. We've already had a big bounce. The question is, can this keep going? It's a lower high here. See, lower high, lower high, another lower high. 3 days left until a new 2-week candle. So, overall, I think we need to be cautious until a new 2-week. What if we have a red 2-week candle next week? That's the worry when Bitcoin is a little bit bearish like this. At the very least, you'd be best waiting for a new day. It's tricky. Sometimes you get these dips off this level, and sometimes they hold up and go higher. So you got to play it by ear here and kind of be reactive. This is a long grinding up move. Sometimes sometimes you do get the dips, right, and then it goes higher. So to wash it out down to support down here. This RSI, as you can see on the daily, is weakening. It's drifting lower. Is a bearish divergence. The price is going higher, and this is drifting lower. So that's also a slight bearish sign. But overall, it's still a bullish trend. We're still above the 50 here, and it's still seeing strength. So it's still implying that dips can be buying opportunities. As long as this 3-day is a 3-day candle is red here, there's no need to be getting involved, I don't think, and see if it goes. If it gives a dip, then the dip is probably a buy.